Hi, I'm Lex Peterson with Dodger Media Online.
I'm Jake Dennison with Dodger Media Online.
You had multiple senior starters who graduated. How are you feeling those absences?
There's been a lot of underclassmen filling in during practice, working hard, working all off season. They've been working, so they're just gonna keep on filling in.
I could add on to Andrew, since there's a lot of sophomores and freshmen coming in. Most of them are going to club, such as Josh Ortiz, David DeFilippis, and Danny Aguirre. So I think that's going to pretty much fill a good lineup.
How would you say your coaches guide and support you throughout the season?
I think Coach Goodwin, Coach Carroll, and Coach Nick and Costa I think they're very good coaches. They guided us to many victories last year and the years before. We've been through tough matches, even though we lost or won. It was pretty hard, but our coaches gave us discipline and gratitude to lead us to become leaders now.
Yeah, they work us through practice all the time. They show us good moves, learn good technique. So they're very good coaches.
Jeremy, you've shown tremendous growth throughout the last 3 years. What are you working on this year?
I'm just mainly taking my shots, taking better shots, getting more aggressive. I think last year's and the years before, I was mainly playing defense, which led to not that much victories. But over the summer, I did many tournaments and clubs, and I did pretty well.
Andrew, this question's for you. What was your toughest match last season, and what did you learn from it?
My toughest match last year was probably the district final. Wrestled a tough kid from West Essex. It was a close match, but I would say I learned not to hold back. Probably just go no matter how hard it is. Just keep on going, keep on pushing.
Jeremy, as a senior leader, what responsibilities do you feel you have over the underclassmen?
I think just the leadership during end of the practices. Always tell them to huddle in, group up, and just be inspirational and tell them to do what they need to do, and not just goof around, and just be smart during practices, because every match we take it very seriously and hope we win.
Andrew, just coming off your football season, how do you prepare for wrestling with such a short rest time?
I wouldn't say it's that much of a short rest time. I had a month off, was able to go to club a little bit, go to some matches over the summer, going to some tournaments. So it really wasn't like that short of a rest time. I feel like I just flowed right into it good.
Wrestling is such an individual sport with a team aspect. How do you guys maintain team chemistry?
We all hang out after practice, go get food sometimes. We run as a team before practice, after practice, on the weekends during our off days. So even though it's very much of an individual sport, we like to stay together as a team and focus on it's a team mindset. Everyone is one, so we just keep on working together.
To add on to Andrew what he said, it's always good to have good chemistry on the team. If you have bad chemistry, not everybody's going to work together and be a team. So I think you have good chemistry, you can win as a team and not do bad.
Do we have any questions from our other student journalists? All right. I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Do you have any questions?
Thanks. Hi, guys. My name is Dave Artuso. I'm here for the Madison Eagle. And just wanted to ask you, actually, first, if you could please say your full names and spell the last names.
I'm Andrew Crenio, Carreno.
I'm Jeremy Ortiz, Ortiz.
Okay, thank you. Either individually or as a team, do you have a specific goal, printed on a T-shirt or something that you came into this season and said, this is where we want to be, when the season's over?
As a team?
Yeah.
I would say definitely reaching the playoffs for sure. Make a run in the playoffs, hopefully reach the section final, bring a section championship back to here.
Also, like to add on, I hope as a team, some of wrestlers make it down to Atlantic City or high regions and place.
Right.
A couple of wrestlers last year placed in states, 2 of us, Jack and Avery. So I think it might be a great thing if more wrestlers came to Atlantic City.
And now individually, do you have a certain certain goal in mind where you want to be, have a certain number of victories or an individual title that you're looking for in particular?
So So last year I made it to regions. I want to place at regions and make it to states this year.
Okay.
Last year I tore my knee, but I would like to place high in regions or place in districts so I can make it to regions and hopefully go to states.
Was that during a bout?
Yeah, at the Mountain Lakes tournament.
Ouch.
Yeah, I tore my knee.
Is that a particular? Are you going to be in that tournament again this year?
I think so. Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's like coming soon.
So that'll be one you'll point to say,
Yeah.
I've got to get through this one anyway, at least,
Yeah.
if not win it.
Exactly.
Are there any particular team matchups that you're looking forward to facing?
Obviously HP, that's our rival, and then also Buckwanic, since we lost to them in a tough match last year. We lost by 1 point, final match. So those 2 teams I'm looking forward to the most.
Also, like wrestling in districts, Delby joined a district, so I think it might be pretty good to wrestle Delby for once, see how they do, and pretty much hopefully get a win.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a wrap for wrestling.
Hi, I'm Hadley Holland with Dodger Media Online. In a sport that is focused on individual times and events, how do you ensure that you maintain a strong team culture?
So there's a lot of downtime between, like, when you sprint. It's like 3 minutes between each rep. So a lot of downtime. You can talk, hang out. I mean, even when jumping, when I do like high jump, pole vault, you can only do one person at a time. So when you're waiting online, there's a lot of time to, talk with your friends, have fun.
Another pretty big way we maintain this team aspect, especially over on distance, we are just running with each other 6 days a week. We'll go on 50, 55 to up to like even an hour and 20-minute runs at our longest. We're just there, we're bonding on those runs because we're not listening to any music. It's just us on those runs together talking about just like daily life and what we're, just goals and stuff, and just like we just talk to each other on those runs, and it keeps that team bond.
Yeah, and even for sprints with the amount of people that are on that team, I make sure just like when we're doing warm-ups to make sure that if kids have questions, they can, come to some of the seniors and we'll tell them, how to do things right, and that's how we kind of create a bond right there by we just create that connection.
Yeah, as leaders on the team this year, we've really decided together to make it a priority to help people when they need help and really try and foster that team environment, whether it be through like team dinners or just talking with people during breaks like Hunter said. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
This question's for Hunter. How is a typical practice run?
So I'm a jumper. I do mostly high jump and pole vault. So for myself, it would go, we warm up, do 2 or 3 laps, then we do static stretches on the field, dynamic stretches, then we do 4 40-meter warm-ups. So you start slow and you build up to, like, they call it like a 10-meter fly, where you time for 10 meters as fast as possible. Do that, get a drink of water, then you'll go over on the one end of the field, there's high jump pit, pole vault pit. You'll set those up, you put up bungees, and then you get in line, you start doing warm-up drills, like 3-step drills for high jump, then up to 5-step, then your full approach. Sometimes you go over bars. Sometimes you do drills for form. Sometimes you just do full approach drills, like it's a meet.
This question's for Ryan. As a distance runner, what are some of the struggles you face when running without a distraction like music? Is there an intentional way that you like to control your thoughts during races?
Running without music, I've grown over the past 4 years. I just find it better now because I'm just like out. It's either me and friends or it's just me, and I'm just like de-stressing. Where, like in this like stressful high school times that every like kid is going through, you just get to de-stress. And some struggles are like you're gonna lose focus. It's pretty hard to motivate yourself when it's just you and your own thoughts, and you're like, oh, I could stop right now. But that's like, you gotta be mentally strong to persevere through that. And for races, you gotta just like lock into a zone. And when you're in that zone, like, you're not really thinking about anything that's going on outside of the race, and you're putting one foot in front of the other, and it's just like, you're in this zone. And yeah.
This question's for Max. As a hurdler, I know there are differences between how hurdling occurs in winter and spring track. Can you get into some of those differences and how you approach one versus the other?
Yeah, so for winter track, the only hurdle race is the 55 hurdle, while for spring we have the 110 and the 400. So I think winter, it just gives me opportunity to solely focus on the 55, which the 55 hurdle also helps me with the 110. So it kind of lets me, in practice, solely focus on the 55 hurdles so I can get those skills the best I can. And then once I enter spring, then that's where I kind of split between doing practice between the 110 practice as well as 400 practice, which is a little longer of workouts to work on stamina.
And then this question's for Alana and Leah. You both came off an extremely successful soccer season. How has playing soccer prepared you for this upcoming track season?
I would say that our speed, strength, and coordination from the previous soccer season can be used to be put towards a successful track season.
Yeah, so We have, from soccer, we learned a lot about going all the way to the state championships, what it means to be a successful team. So I'm hoping to use some of that energy and remember some of that and bring that to our track season this year.
And then finally, this question's for everyone. What are some of your personal goals for this season?
Kind of like I just said, I really hope that, well, last season in spring track we were able to win our state to Group 2 section. So I'm hoping that we can make a bigger splash than we have in recent years at the Group 2 section, Section 2, Group 2, North 2, whatever, winter track section this year.
Yeah, I'd say a personal goal for me would probably be qualify for the groups. That's where I want to be this season. That's what I've been working on. I've talked with coaches about that. We've made plans to, make that happen.
I have a couple personal goals. A big one for me is I'd like to break 2 minutes in the 800 meter, and a goal as a team we have plans to run the DMR, which is a relay race, and we would like to run a fast time and be able to qualify for Penn relays and New Balance Indoor Nationals if we choose to go there. But like another personal goal of mine would be to get the indoor 8 or 6 school record.
So I would like to jump 6 feet 4 inches for high jump and 13 feet for pole vault, and hopefully with these marks I can get to meet a champions, which is where I want to be.
I'm hoping to set a couple PRs in my hurdling distance and my 55 meter relay.
Do we have any questions from our other student journalists?
Hi, I'm Julian DiCrescenzo of Dodger Media Online. Do you prefer to run on rough earth or the track?
Also, for sprinting, right, we do a mix between running on the actual track and then running on the turf. I would probably say I'd rather run on the actual track, but then the turf running is good, so it helps so you mediate like shin splints. That's a little softer landing compared to the track, which is less forgiving than the turf.
As a distance runner, I prefer the track when we're doing. I prefer the track when we're doing like hard workouts that we're like running fast on, and they're like quick reps and not these. But when it comes to like a regular daily run where I'm running 50 to 70 minutes long, I prefer just going out and running around on like ground, because then that track loop just gets over and over and over again, you know.
And for the tape, I'll just say my name is Dave Artuso. I'm here with Madison Eagle. And if each of you could give your full names again, please, and your specialty.
My name is Alana Flynn. I hurdle and I also sprint.
Okay.
My name is Leah Fass, Leahfass, and I'm a sprinter.
My name is Max Bauman, Bauman, and I'm a hurdler.
My name is Ryan Delaney, Delaney, and I am anything from the 400 to the 5K.
I'm Hunter Rhodes, RHODES, and I do high jump and pole vault.
Okay, thank you. And just as an aside, congratulations to the girls soccer team. I got to see a few times this year, and you guys had a great year. What would you say would be, well, one thing that surprised me on your first comments was all of the running that you had to do as a high jumper and pole vaulter. Is that really just for conditioning, or like in your warm-ups you said you do a lot of sprinting? And
it's all about power. So you want to produce power throughout your run in pole vault. One of the biggest reasons why the Olympic record holder, Mondo Duplantis, has broken the record so many times is because he is so fast. And if you don't have speed, you're not going to jump high.
Okay. Do you model yourself after him, your style of
No,
jumping?
no. I like Sergey Bubka better.
Okay. Why is that?
Comes down to style. Like there's different techniques when you pole vault. There's one called like tuck and shoot, which is what Mondo does, and then there's what Bubka did, which is where it's called like you more keep your body in like an I format. And you try to keep power through the whole thing.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I like Bubka's better. He's also the first person to break 6 meters pole vault, which is like 19 feet 8 inches or something like that. But great athlete.
How about anybody else? Is there someone that you model your style after, whether when racing or in other events? Okay. Do you have, as a team, do you have a specific goal, a specific rival that maybe last year that you lost to, and you want to get some, is there a revenge meet, or something that just didn't work out individually that maybe you should have been stronger in, and you want to turn that around this year?
I would say last year may not have been the strongest year for us, but us this year, I think we didn't lose too many people, like senior-wise, from last year. And all of our, all these strong runners that we have are only going to get stronger. So I think that maybe win the sectional meet, that'd be pretty awesome to do for our program, for both guys and girls, I think. So.
Last year in winter track, Morris Knowles had a lot of really fast girls, so I'm hoping that we could maybe beat some of them and get some points in the Drew track meets.
Yeah, and that also goes for the boys. That team is a really good team just overall. And we hope to maybe knock some of them out of some places, place just above them, so they get less points and we get more.
It seemed that leadership is important for all of you. Maybe for each of you, what do you think is the most important part of you being a leader on the team this year?
I think the most important part, just about being a leader on the team, is making sure all the underclassmen, they understand that they are a part of this team. Just understand that just because some coaches might have to focus, because we're such a big team, on other people more, you're still part of this team. We're still trying. We want you to be the best you possibly can, and so that's I think that's, I would say, yeah.
I think leadership is really different than other sports in track and field, because leadership is based more when you're leading. You need to remember that a lot of these underclassmen, it's their first time coming out and doing track, because very few people do track or cross country or any of that type of running before high school, because it's not typically like an organized thing. Like, they'll have their own sports. So we'll have all these kids, like we have, I think, a little bit more than 120 kids, which is a lot. It's the most in any program at the school. So a big thing as us like seniors have to do as our leaders is just like show them the way of how to do things, how to get better, how to improve, where they should be like specialized, and just overall just being there as friends for these underclassmen who are new to high school but also new to the sport, because most of them have never ran before in their lives. And another big thing is keeping them encouraged to come back, because running's not fun. So it does get fun over time, but when you first start out, it's not the greatest, but you just got to stick with it and it'll work out.
Were you able to, did you have that experience when you were an underclassman of somebody kind of, taking you under their wing and encouraging you, making sure that you felt you were part of the team?
Yeah, I'd say so. I came into cross country my sophomore year, and then I did winter track my freshman year, and then I added on spring track my junior year. But coming in as that freshman and that sophomore who didn't really know much about running. Those like senior leaders I like looked up to. Like I had a friend of mine who he was a senior when I was a sophomore,
Okay.
and his name was Michael Keller. He was like a 400 guy, and I really wanted to like break his time because I've been buddies with him all the way since elementary school. We used to live on the same street.
Okay.
So yeah, it was really fun just always being there and training with him, and he kind of like took me under his wing, and it was yeah.
Did you beat his time?
Hopefully this year.
Hopefully this year. Okay.
Sorry to cut this off, but our camera people have to go to practice.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, Coach.
So that's going to be a wrap for track and field. Thank you very much.